Good morning. It's Tuesday, May 6th. And this morning I want to talk about the United States' largest competitor in the world, and that's China. And China competes with the U.S. on many regions, many areas of life-sustaining ideas, let's call it, and a different political philosophy. We know that for sure. Anyhow, China has developed a series of drones that can spread a cup of cloud seed and cause 30 swimming pools of rain. So China's working on this thing to affect its weather systems, and I guess that it could affect other weather systems if it chose. So the Chinese scientists have released the results of a weather modification experiment, where a fleet of cloud seeding drones boosted rainfall by over 4% across more than 3,000 square miles in a single day. Now think about that. In agricultural regions which might be distressed because of the lack of water of something like this, and that the Chinese could send something up into the sky and produce rainfall, that would be critical to many, many regions in the world. So the operation produced more than 18.5 million gallons of additional precipitation. That's enough to fill 30 Olympic-sized swimming pools, each of them 6 feet deep. And it was using just 2.2 pounds of silver iodide, a common cloud seeding component. And this amount of powder, 6 times denser than water, is small enough to fill a travel mug. And that's what the South China Morning Post reported. So this must be a very well-run experiment for China to make a public announcement at this point in time. And the test was led by the Chinese Meteorological Administration, which is a key laboratory of cloud precipitation physics and weather modification located in Beijing. And the results were detailed in a peer-reviewed paper published on April 10th in the Chinese language journal Desert and Oasis Meteorology. Now we must recognize that drone systems offer lower safety risks and extensive coverage, which means that it's safer for the humans that get involved in this. So 2 years ago, 2 types of medium-sized drones climbed 18,000 feet and released silver iodide during 4 consecutive flights of the Bayun Baluk grassland. That's according to the study. And packed with flame bars, the yellowish powder was released into the atmosphere as smoke. And each flight used 2 bars loaded with 125 grams, which is about a quarter of a pound, of silver iodide, and the particles were dispersed at the rate of a couple of grams a second, and that's according to the research. And the Chinese scientists explained that the drone systems offer safer risks, superior maneuverability, precise controllability, and extensive coverage. enabling all-weather, year-round, three-dimensional, large-scale rain and snow enhancement operations. These are similar weather modification practices that have been carried out in various regions of China. So China may be ahead of the game here in controlling weather and creating rain when necessary. So they have analyzed and said that they could have produced 3.8% more rainfall over the last 50 years if they were using this technology. So the Chinese researchers raised important questions about cloud seed operations, such as how to definitively define whether they're amplified or inadvertently suppressed precipitation. They also questioned the metrics of what could be used to define the water volume gained or lost, and how the benefits might scale over a year. So China is onto something that the world probably needs in many places. And I would look at this as an advancement in China's role in the world and the view of what other nations might take of China if this rainfall production system works, and that the Chinese could make it readily available to nations in drought situations. So I think that China has proved that they are an intelligent group and that they are not going to secede any of their dominance at this point in time to be the number one country in the world. And experiments like this could get them to that position. So think about it. This is a different type of combat experiment that helped humanity. So have a great day. I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Thank you.